Oh, hey guys! That's not the intro you wanted, was it, hey? No, we want the good intro, fatso. Let's start the good intro.
Archie, luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind a family, no regrets. He's got a birthday on your old Shanghai, eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York, what show? Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home he's chasing new Asian delights. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground, comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust, has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Thank you, Salvin Plastic, for the great song accolade there. How are you guys today? Archie Luxury Chime to put on a new wristwatch. That's right, guys. I'm putting on a new wristwatch. I'm having a Breguet moment because I'm actually picking up another Breguet. It's got the most beautiful wine to it. I'm picking up my Type 21 on Monday. Oh, actually, Monday I'm flying there. I'll probably get it on Tuesday. That's what I'll probably do. Guys, I am really, really flat stick going really, really hard. So I've got to tell you guys, I really do want to have fun with the punters. And I got to tell you, going to Geneva, I'm actually thinking of maybe it's a Breguet moment. Geneva is a Breguet moment. What do you reckon? Is it a Breguet moment? Is Geneva... Oh, come on. There we go. Got it. It's a Breguet moment, baby. Breguet. Baraka. It's a Breguet Pack up your bags and off you go. You didn't go to the New York Watch Show. I'm happy, excited to be getting out. Now, I haven't got the refund. I fucked up. Okay, so I have bought the ticket. Let me just clarify. I bought the airline tickets. I'm actually flying on the 24th of March. Going to Hong Kong. Then I'm flying out on the 31st. I go to Helsinki on the 1st of April. Then I take a flight to Switzerland, Geneva, Switzerland. I land on the 1st of April, 10 a.m. in the morning. So then I depart 8th of April, 11 o'clock. Go to Helsinki. Then Helsinki, I go to Honkers. And then once I'm in Honkers, I then fly back to Brisbane on the 15th. So there we go. I've got that all done. I might actually put that on my calendar. Calendar, girl. So just going to put that on the calendar. So I am actually leaving February, April. I am flying out. So let's clarify the date. I'm flying out the 24th. 24th. That's going to Hong Kong, Geneva. Okay. And that lasts until I get back. Fuck me, Dad. I get back. What the fuck do I get back? I get back April. I get back on the 15th. There we go. 15th. There we go. So that's that is Hong Kong, Geneva. Hong Kong, Geneva. There we go, guys. That's Geneva. There we go. So that is my trip there. I'm February. I leave on the 15th and come back on the 25th. Just want to have a bit of a break from the Honda Care dinner. Bob Jane. I've been doing okay. I've been doing very well. Been doing really well, actually. I got to tell you something, guys. I have been working my ringer off. That's exactly it. I've been working my ringer off. Wingers. That's right. I've worked my winger off. Wristwatch wingers. That's right, guys. I work my winger off to get some content done. You know what I mean? That's what I like to do, is do content for you people. Wristwatch, YouTube. I like to do the YouTubes. I like to do the tubes. Fuck, where is that one? Where the fuck does that document go? I'm trying to find a document I did. Where did it go? Guys? Just trying to find a document. I don't want to upload something to give you guys a laugh. Downloads? No, it's not there. Where the fuck did I put this thing? Where did it go? Oh, I know where it's gone now. Yep, I found it. Here we go. Because I put some work together to get you some good quality shit. I like to do good shit. That's the thing about me, is that Archie likes to do good shit so that you guys can see he's actually trying his best. I like to try my bestest. That's what I like to do. Try the best, because sometimes The best is not good enough, but there's a really good photo here. I got some good photos. Actually, that's not really that great. I prefer, that's a better one there. Look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, bring this baby up on the screen. This is the beautiful watch collection, the Archibald. This is the Archibald collection. Look at that. I'm going to be adding back another Breguet. Breguet. That's what I want to do, is go for Breguets. I love the Breguets. I love the Breguets. Breguets are cool. I love a good Breguet. A good Breguet watch is what you want. Let's have a look at a Breguet moment, fuckers! Hey guys, Archie Luxury there. What do you think of the Breguet moment? Did you like the Breguet moment? Was it Breguet enough for you? Was it enough? What did you think? Breguet moments. I love Breguet moments. They're cool. Very, very cool moments. You have your Bregster, your Breguet. We got Watch Nicholas on. Hey, Watch Nick, how are you?
Hey, Archie, how's it going, man? I just got
Hey,
back from the dealership, taking my car in.
Oh, what was wrong with your car?
Oh, it was nothing major. Nothing major. What are we looking at? Is this your collection? This is what you're working on?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's a Breguet moment. I want to have Breguet moments. That's what I want.
I love Breguet, Archie. I think it's such a great brand, and you know what? I'm all about it. You know what? I'm all about it. I think there's some great value there, especially when you compare it to the Holy Trinity brands. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess that's why you went for it. You can really get some killer value in that. Killer value, and you don't have to spend Patek money.
Exactly.
Exactly. I really like those classique Breguets. I really like the dress watches, the Breguet classiques, and then I also really like that I don't know, that tradition or whatever they call it, you know. But my favorite is always the Marine. I really like the Breguet Marine, and
you know our good friend. You know our good friend.
Which good friend?
Donnie Haynes.
Oh yeah. He's got
does he have?
he has the gold one, right? Doesn't he have one of the
Yeah,
gold ones?
he's done really well for himself.
Oh,
Let me tell you that. He's a real smart cookie, that one. Really good guy. I love him. I love his taste in cars. I love his taste. He's just a cool cucumber of a guy. You know what I mean? He's just so cool. I love cool people. Don't you? Do you like cool people?
I like cool people over non-cool people for sure. Yeah, definitely. It's hard, Archie. Yeah, for sure. I prefer the cool people.
And by the way, a good friend of mine, I didn't realize he had a biopsy yesterday. He's got a brain tumor. Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that, Archie.
I thought they would just, put a needle into his brain, suck some sample out, and off you go, right?
Jesus, yeah.
No, it's a fucking 3-hour operation to get a biopsy of. I can't believe it. 3 fucking hours. What the hell were they doing?
3-hour
I bet you
tour.
they charge more than Mercedes-Benz charges.
Well, you know, do you know that they keep you awake for brain surgery, Archie? They just do like a local thing, and like for a lot of the brain
No,
surgery,
apparently
you're totally up.
he was out. They put him out.
Well, that's good. I would be so anxious for that. I don't think I could handle it, man. I get nervous on a Ferris wheel. I don't think I could handle, like, you know, any brain tumor stuff.
He actually forgets short-term memory stuff. So, look, it's just a fucking design. It is what it is. Let me ask you something. Watch, Nick.
Yeah. Do you want to hear a funny story about somebody that had short-term memory loss? It's funny.
Yes,
but
sir.
It's kind of dark. Okay. So, my mom had a family, or one of my mom's like best friends. Okay. Like her brother had a TBI, like a traumatic brain injury. So he was forgetting a bunch of stuff. And like he had basically no memory at all. And he would basically completely have like a new, like wipe his shit out, you know, as soon as he would like wake up. So when he was in the hospital, like she has a bunch of brothers and sisters and stuff. Basically, they were messing with him. And it's like, why am I in the hospital? And they told him he had a sex change. And that's why he was in the hospital. But, you know, he put it together later.
Hey, let me just get some of these super chats. We got OG Kush Philippe, $5. Fuck me dead. Is the 7057 really the meaning of life? Your Breguet moments. I tell you what, let's that's another ad. I've just show you this. Let's look at this. Here we go. What you are? How are you?
Hey, Arch. Can you hear me?
Going? Yes, I can. How you going?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Can't complain. You?
Hey, fantastic. What you up to? Tell me what you're up to.
About to hit the bed, man. So really not too much. But
Whereabouts are you?
well, you take a guess. Switzerland.
Wow, that's amazing. What time is it in Switzerland now?
Just beyond midnight.
Wow. Very quickly, let me grab the super chat. OG Kush Philippe, $5. Come on, mate. It's Saturday AM in Brisbane. Send Marky the link. We need a Penfolds Grange with the legend. Get him on the stream. And we got John C. Arch. Would you ever own a Planet Ocean? Hashtag big buck, bang per buck. I love the Planet Ocean. However, I'd actually get a retro. I want to get, before I get a Planet Ocean, I want a retro 1957 Seamaster. That's what I want first. OG baby, OG Kush Philippe, $5. Watch Nick. Greens and fries, broccoli and fries. And finally, Kush Philippe, $5. What you are? Are you going to get Archie shit-faced in Geneva? I heard it's expensive to drink in Geneva. Is that right? What you are? Oh, he's muted. Why is he muted? Hey.
Sorry, I muted myself. Well, let's put it that way. It's not going to be cheap. I mean, I'm from the German-speaking part, so I'm not from Geneva, but it's not the cheapest place to be. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I should bring some duty-free booze. We can drink in the hotel room. That's what I'll do.
No, you should definitely come.
Every person should bring a bottle of something. Then we can have a good party. I'll bring a whiskey. Someone can bring some vodka. We'll have a great little party. That's what we will do.
But Arch, you need to figure things out, right? Because it starts. Watches and Wonders starts on Tuesday, April 1st.
Yes.
And it's going to be open to the public only on the weekend, and you really should be there, not on the weekend but before, so you should get that press pass everyone's talking about.
I'm trying to organize. I'm just trying to fix. I fucked up my accommodation. Hey, could you possibly contact the hotel and see if I can amend it? I can't seem to get through to them.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you somehow have to shoot over your details. But sure.
I'll tell you what. Send me your email address in the private. If I don't get it fixed by Monday, I'll get you to help me. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, just
I guess it's your regular email that everyone.
Yeah, ARCHIELuxury72 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
But you can always put your email address in the private chat there. Let me ask you something. What wristwatch should I wear out of this box if I'm going to Geneva? What would you wear if you were me?
Well, I think you know the answer already, right?
The Patek Philippe, world time.
I know you're in your Breguet moment at the time, but if you're going to go to the museum, I think you need to go and bring it home.
Do you think that? Okay, so definitely wear the world time. Okay, fair enough.
And also, like Kessler said, bring one watch and not two, because you're gonna F it up, right? And I hope if you bring it, it's gonna be insured, right?
Why is that? Is there thieves in Switzerland? Switzerland's very safe.
Yeah, well, you know,
Are there? I thought it was super safe in Switzerland. I thought it was like Japan.
No, it is, but things change. And I'm just, listen, I think your number one priority should be not to relive that trauma that you had, right? So my stupid recommendation is
very
regardless.
Expensive. Very expensive. It's expensive. I can't afford that.
It's like 1% or so, no?
Nah, that's still expensive. We got a super chat here. OG Kush Philippe. We got Angelic Slayer, $3. Take Panerai wrench back. Charge of misuse. Take Panerai's rent. What? No, Panerai's my friend. I'm hoping to. I'm flying down to Sydney on Monday, and I want to get. I really want to get. I'm going to pick up my Breguet. I got another Breguet Type 21. Type 21 in rose gold. I want that baby back, okay? You can understand that, can't you? That's what I want back. I want it back, you know? I love my Breguets. I love my... look, how could you not love the Patek? Tell me that. How could you not love the Patek Philippe? You have to love Patek. Patek is so special. Tell me this. What are you going to be wearing at the event? Tell me this. What are you wearing?
Probably going to be wearing a Daytona, I guess. Boring, but that's what I like.
Oh, Undertaker's wrench is gone. Where's Undertaker? What the hell's going on? Who's missing wrenches? I don't understand what happened. My good friend, the Undertaker. We need you, Undertaker. Put a comment there. I can't believe he's lost his wrench. He's my good friend. Undertaker is my good friend. What the hell happened there? Undertaker, just put a comment there. I'll put it back. Rolex, jump on. Rolex, jump on. I got to tell you, are you excited about this event? Do you go every year to the Swiss event?
I've been a few times. I've been to Basel World, and I've been to Watches and Wonders 2 to 3 times, I think.
Oh, I see.
But I mean, you know, if you, it's nice to be there to see the novelties. But if you obviously, unless you know the right people, you're not gonna be able to get inside Patek, inside Rolex, and that stuff, right? Some brands are more relaxed than others. Obviously, the independent section is going to be a different story altogether. But yeah, I like it. Yeah.
We got a super chat here from JT, $2. Take Panerai's wench away. He's banning Narc. Oh, Narc might be misbehaving. I love Panerai. He's my friend. OG Kush Philippe, $2. Oh Lord, won't you get a Patek Philippe? And we've got Pavel, $10. Panerai Wrench Removal Fund, $10. And we've got Panerai Ferrari, $2. The Narc is against basic human decency. Yes, I must admit, Narc does cross the line. So you are a proud Swiss man. Why are the prices in Switzerland so fucking expensive? Can I ask you that?
You mean in general? Well, living
Like
expenses are
for
high because
watches, everything is
well,
so dear.
income is high as well, right? Minimum wage is much higher, I guess.
What is minimum wage in Switzerland?
I'm really bad with remembering stuff, but I think once there was a petition where they wanted to have a minimum wage of 4.5 or 5K Swizzy, so add another 10% to get the USD, and I think
What
people
do you do in
rejected it.
Switzerland? Tell me this. What you are? What do you do in Switzerland?
Let's say I'm in finance.
That's the best place to be. OG
Well,
Philippe, $5. What you are? How expensive will it be to get Archie drunk?
depends on how much the guy can take. But
I'm gonna tell you
is
honestly,
OG
I'm gonna
Kush
bring my own booze. Everybody, bring your duty-free booze in. I think that's the secret. Lolex, $5. Cheers, Arch. Have a drink. I will get a drink. Yes, I will have a drink. Tell me this: in Switzerland itself, everything is so dear. Give us an idea. So the Swiss franc compared to the US, how does it compare to the US? It's about they're almost equal, aren't they?
It depends. Right now, $1 will get you 0.9 Swiss francs. So the Swiss franc is around about 10% stronger than the dollar right now. The dollar's been going downwards for years and years and years, right? Now you saw a little
Do
bit of
you think
strength.
Switzerland should have got the euro?
Fuck no. The Eurozone is probably it's one of the biggest mistakes that have been made in politics in Europe.
Okay, fair enough.
It's an intellectually made disaster, and the currency is a disaster. Let me tell you this. The one monetary union that works, it's called the United States of America, because that monetary union also has a fiscal union. And that's simply not the case here in Europe. The different story is Patel, is he coming as well?
Yes, he is. He is coming.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
We got a super chat. Nelson Oliveira, $20. Narc is king. That's right. I actually got to give Narc. Oh, fuck. It's tough because I got people who dislike the Narc. People love the Narc. The Narc is difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult. Tell me this. You wear Rolex, right?
Yeah.
What Rolex do you wear most often? Tell me this.
Again, it's going to be boring. Either Daytonas or a 5-digit sub.
What's wrong with the ceramic subs? You're not a fan?
So the current version, I think I have a small wrist, but the clasp on the 12406, so the Note 8 is way too big. And to me, the sweet spot is really are the 5-digit references. You have a lot of vintage DNA and you have everyday variability. The one, negative, so to say, is the clasp and the bracelet if you got a Note 8. But if you have let's say I don't have a 5-digit, but full gold, but if you have a precious metal 5-digit one, then really the only drawback is the clasp, because even the bracelet's going to be fine with solid end links and all that.
Tell me this. Would you ever get a Patek? Do you have a Patek?
Yeah, actually, I got one Patek, 5196 white gold.
Beautiful watch. I owned one of those. That's a beautiful. It wears bigger than it's a good size for you because it's 37 mil. That'd be the sweet spot.
I think it's perfect. I think the 6119 is too big. I think they're going in the wrong direction. Everyone's going smaller. They go bigger, and yeah, it doesn't make sense. And unfortunately, listen, I'm waiting for a successor to the 5196. But I don't want it to be
6119. 6119.
Yeah, but that has the hobnail bezel. I don't like that. So I'm waiting for the same watch without the hobnail bezel. But the issue is it's going to use the same movement, meaning it's also going to be 39 mil. And everything above 37, 38 is at least for a time-only watch, is too big. I don't know. If it has a nice sort of complication, it's a different story.
We got a request from Tan Zeal. OG baby, OG Kush Philippe, $5. Please show CB the photo I sent you from fella on WhatsApp. He wanted CB's take on that piece versus the 5270. Let's bring this sucker up on the screen. And this is not just any ordinary Patek. This is a double split. There we go. Look at that there. Absolutely. CB, what do you think, CB? We want to hear your... I'm actually wearing the Breguet moment today. Breguet moment. Most beautiful tick to it. There we go. We have the Patek Philippe. Look at this. Double split. Breguet numerals. What more do you want? Hello, Roy. How are you, my friend? Hello, Roy. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm fantastic. This here is a very special Patek double split. It's a split-second chronograph. It is fucking amazing. CB, $5. Narc is an arsehole, but like any arsehole, it is necessary to have one. $2. OG Kush Philippe, $2. Roy, thoughts on Blancpain versus Breitling? Good question.
Here, sorry, I'm having an audio issue. I'm gonna change something and come right back.
Okay, we got the Rancher, $5. Speak Marin is merging with Omega. The new entity will be called Smegma. Smegma. Tell me this, as a Swiss man yourself, you got a 5196. That's a beautiful watch. You don't think the 6119 is the replacement?
Well, of course, for now it is with the hobnail bezel.
That bugs you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just not a friend of mine has it, the rose gold one. I don't like the size. I don't like the hobnail bezel. It's of course, look, what they tried to do is they try to make it a bit more contemporary, and there's a lot of people that like it. The only thing I don't like about the 5196 is that you don't see the movement. But then again, do you really need to see movement on a simple manual wine Calatrava? Other than that, I think the watch is perfect. I don't mind the position of the subsec of the off center seconds hand and everything. It doesn't bother me. I think it's beautiful, and I always preferred the white gold over the other metals.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there. I got to agree with you there. It is pretty damn special. I got to tell you something. Seriously, I love a lot of these watches. 5196, I owned one. You know, look, if I hadn't have sold it, I couldn't have got the world time. So I don't really regret that. But I wish I kind of had it back. I wanted her back. I really do think it would be nice in my collection, but you can't always get what you want, sunshine. I like the automatic one too, the 5296. Have you tried that on at all?
No, but that has a date, and it's in the center seconds, though, right?
It's got center seconds. Yes, correct. You don't like that?
No, I don't mind the center seconds. I mind the date, because I think, again, so I mean, you're preaching the same thing, right? If you go Patek, either you go super simplistic Bauhaus dress watch, you don't need a freaking date on the dress watch, or you go,
I get it. No,
or you go grand complication, or you go for a complication which they're really known for as your world time. The annual calendar type of shit, I mean, that's just to make basically the perpetual more accessible. So that's not really something but yeah. So, but at the end of the day, you have to buy what you like and what speaks to you.
I'm just gonna jump one super chat. We got CB $5. It's a beautiful Patek, but I still like my 5271. That's the diamond dial 5270. Thank you. It is a beautiful Patek there. And then we got another super chat here. He says, OG Kush Philippe, $5. Head over to Monochrome and find that new tuner and get the panel's take on the piece. Go into the article and show us the photos. Oh, we got Watch Chat on. How are you, Watch Chat?
What's up, people?
Hey, Watch Chat.
Yo.
Know this. I'm actually going to Geneva. The panel I was going to go to Malaysia, but the panel wanted me to go. So I'm going to have to delay Malaysia. So just rent that fucker out. Rent it out.
No
Rent it out.
problem. No problem. No problem. No problem.
June or July now because Patel put the pressure on. Would you ever go to the it used to be
Yeah.
Basel? Would you ever go there? Watches and Wonders. Would you ever go? Mini
Yes.
Independence. It's a mate.
Yep.
Do you want to come with us?
When you guys going? This.
That's in April. It's in April.
April, right?
April. Yeah.
April. Not this year then. I've got something occupied in April that I have to go to Australia instead.
Let's go and have a look at monochrome, fuckers. Let's get monochrome on the screen and let's have a look. What do we got here on the screen? Well, let's go and take a look and see what the fuck monochrome.
That's a nice
I
piece.
love monochrome. That's a great vlog. He tells us there's a new Tudor. There's a new Tudor that's come out. What the fuck is this Tudor?
To
he's
the
talking?
chrono, eh?
Oh,
Tudor
look
chrono.
at this. The new Tudor Black Bay Flamingo Blue. Fuck. Yeah, so, oh, fuck. Fuck. I don't know if this is really... Is this a new Tudor? All they done is the color, isn't it? It's just the color.
Yeah.
That's it. That's... so it's
What do you think of
exactly
it?
the same as... Yeah, okay. What's the price? Fuck, 6,000 euro. Fuck, that's 10,000 Aussie, just under 10 Aussie. Fuck me. I think it is. I actually like it. I like the teal. What do you think? What's your thoughts? Let's find what they say. What you are. What do you think, mate?
It's a bit too predictable, no? I mean, like the 222 is predictable. This is predictable. The Cubitus is a disappointment. I'm sorry, that's what I think.
The Cubitus is a disappointment.
Well, between this flamingo and the pink, I prefer the pink. Yeah.
Oh, what?
OG.
You're joking.
Yeah. No.
I mean, you would have to see it in the flesh, right? I think depending on the color, it could be nice, but I don't know. And look, what do they try to do? They have their monobrand boutiques. Usually, you could get a few months or years back, you could go into a regular retailer and you could get the novelties there as well. And now they're basically trying to make you buy this at the boutique, and at the same time,
retail. I fucking
yeah,
hate
and at the same time they try to hike the prices, right? So Omega tries to be Rolex.
1 minute, I'm gonna have a whiskey with you wenches.
Yeah. Well, personally, I think the thing with Tudor is I find that they are becoming a little bit, I don't know, uncreative, boring. So they're releasing the same model over and over, and the only difference is just change of a dial, and that's it.
Yeah, they were quite innovative with other stuff, and they did stuff or still do stuff that Rolex can't do. I mean, imagine Rolex slapping this dial in the Daytona, people go nuts. But they were more creative, and now it's a bit more it feels a bit more like milking the cow now.
Yeah, exactly.
Hiking the prices and
yeah. But what do you guys think
I'm
about
going to tell you something, guys. Cheers, fuckface. Cheers. We're having a whiskey. We're on the show. What time is it in America? What time is it, Roy?
It's almost 4 o'clock.
Hey, that's a perfect time to have a whiskey because it's 9:39 in the morning here.
Yeah. Only when I'm on a cruise at 9:39.
Oh, I got
Wake
to
up
ask.
with Irish coffee.
Roy, you're in America, right? Is TikTok banned in America?
Supposedly. I mean, there's rumors that Trump is going to do executive action on his first day in office to keep it going. there would theoretically be a gap there because I believe it's only supposed to be available for about another 36 hours at this point. The other question would be the legality of that executive action, because the executive branch can't just go, okay, I don't like what Congress did, so I'm just going to sign an executive action and it undoes it. At that point, you legitimately would have a dictator.
Okay, so as it is for now, TikTok is still available then.
Theoretically speaking, he's going to issue the executive action. The companies are going to have no idea what the hell to do. And it's going to end up in the courts. And then the courts can issue an injunction, either to say, okay, we're going to issue an injunction, and we're going to say that it's, I guess, realistically, they'd have to issue the injunction to say that it would continue to be available. But I mean, all the way up to the Supreme Court, they said that this law is good. So I don't even know.
Just quickly there, I actually got paid a lot of money from somebody, Nelson, to give Naki a wrench. Naki now has a wrench. I'm sorry, I've had to do that because I don't want to refund the money to Nelson, but he's got the wrench. He is working on all cylinders there now. Thank you so much for that little adjustment. We've got another super chat coming in fast. CB says $5. Archie, show the interior of my SL so the rancher can take note in case he wants to get some pussy. Now this is CB. Now I got to tell you, the problem with CB's cars are that they're all fucking top of the line. This is from a modern SL. Fuck me dead. I haven't been able to afford one of these. This is like a supercar. Let's get this baby up on the screen now. Let's have a look. This is a modern SL. Look at that. Fuck. This is a modern SL. Fuck. It looks like a iPad there glued onto the dash, but
nice.
Fuck, it looks nice. I love it. I love to own this sort of shit. You know what I'm saying? I love this sort of shit. We've also got another super chat. Mike Hawk. $2. Even Archie thinks it's too lazy. What's lazy? I don't know what he's talking about. And we got OG Kush Philippe, $5. Watch chat. The top 3 watches that would impress you in the wild if you saw them at Watches and Wonders on the Pontiff's wrist. Doesn't have to be his. Okay, what would you say?
I think I'll start off with Christian Wondercloth. I'll be surprised if you actually have one of them, if you were to wear them.
A Google Forsay? How about a Google Forsay?
Christian Wondercloth.
And an Urwerk. I think an Urwerk. A Goebel Forsay.
Okay. We can have that. Or what about a Ferdinand Berthaud?
A Ferdinand Berthaud. Interesting watch. Interesting choices. I gotta tell you something. I love it. We got Tech Engineer, $2. AC3 looking slimmer each day. No KFC meals lately. Actually, I had a relationship breakdown. That's why I have lost weight. I had a lady I was seeing who used to take me out for banquets, Chinese banquets.
Guys, I
really loved her.
Take care.
I really loved her. She was a really sweet girl. I really loved her. I went out with her for a year. Then she asked me if I could help her with the visa problem she was having. And unfortunately, due to financial reasons, I stay married so I can get tax married status, as well as we've got some investment property and a house we own. I don't want to split these things. And that's the reason that I said I can't get you a fiance visa if she so unfortunately we split. So because I'm not helping her, there's no more free meals. That's the what's happened. So no more feast. I eat ramen. I eat noodles with vegetables, which is actually pretty healthy. So I'll make a noodle base my. It's a Singapore. No, it's a Korean noodle. I'll put mushroom, spring onion, capsicum, a little bit of meat that's left over. That is what I do. So yeah,
Try adding
have,
a piece of cheese on it.
I don't like cheese. I don't like cheese. I only eat premium cheese, and that's the only. Hey, we got Lolex. Lolex, please. How are you?
Good. What are we
Got a bit of a crackly line, Lolex.
Oh, sorry. Is better?
Oh,
Better? Archie. All right, whatever.
It's not
I'm good.
Lolex. It's
Ooh,
terrible.
that's not good. All right, hold on.
Oh,
Let me
that's
figure
not
this out.
good.
You guys chat. Let me figure this out.
Yeah. We got OG Kush Philippe. OG Kush Philippe, $2. Roy, do you like MB&F watches or do you prefer Rolex? That's a good
Love
question.
MB&F. Don't think that's going to be anything I'll be purchasing though.
They are cool stuff, you know.
Expensive.
And watch you are. He's left. Thank you so much for coming on. Lolex, how are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Friday. I'm just relaxing right now. Before I go
OG
out.
Kush Philippe says $2. Please describe what consists of a Chinese banquet. I'll tell you what, fuck faces. I'll actually show you what exactly, because I've got photos. I'll be honest with you, she was a great girl. I loved her. I really did love her. Unfortunately,
Are we talking about Mrs. Lau, Arch? Who are we talking about?
I'll show you some of the dishes. So here's one dish.
oh, pork belly.
Actually, that's another dish with her. She was beautiful, really beautiful girl. More pork belly. Oh, and she made the soup
Shark fins.
and the
Right.
fish, of course, to go with that as well.
Ooh.
That's just one meal. That's just one meal. See, that's just one meal. I was putting on weight so damn fast. It's not funny. She'd always take me out.
Oh my god. What is that?
I really loved her. Unfortunately, she was about $5 million short. If there was just a little bit more money there, I would have. Okay, here's a meal. Do you want to see a meal? This is a banquet. Do you want to see a
don't do shit
banquet?
for free, guys.
This is one of her banquets I went to.
Ooh, dumplings.
This is one
Look at
meal.
that.
One meal.
Ooh.
This is all the dishes. Oh, those are fucking delicious. Those fucking Chinese donuts are fucking amazing. And they're completely. She told me they're fat free. The fish.
Was this all for you,
Yeah,
Arch? Archie, was this all for you?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god. We got a super
She was
chat,
a
Arch.
beautiful woman. Whoops.
No, they're not
enough
fat free.
there. So I'm just telling you, I went through so many functions with her. Beautiful woman, attractive. It's kind of sad it's over now, I'm afraid.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, she wanted help with her visa, but I'm unfortunately because I'm married. Because of financial reasons, I couldn't wiggle out of that fucking thing. If she had a little bit more money, I would have fucking ran. She was a lovely girl. Really, she said to me, Archie, if your business folds, come and live in China with me. Very kind lady. She used to run some illegal casinos. She ran an illegal casino. Lovely woman. Fucking beautiful. It's just kind of sad. But anyhow, that's the feast, the banquets. We've got a super chat here coming in fast and furious. Mrs. Lai, $2. Roy and Irwin, May cute, want a party? You cute, want a party? Me horny now. Thank you so much,
Archie.
Mrs. Lai. By the way, Rolex, what did you think of my Breguet video I made?
I didn't see it. That's what I think. I didn't see it. When did you put this out? Today?
Here we go.
nice one there.
That's the fucking greatest thing I've ever seen. That's so good. Who's that guy with the mustache? What the hell was that?
Oh yeah. It's just an actor, paid actor. He's in the. I just.
Archie, we don't.
It is what it is, my friend.
We don't want to see some guy getting his nose hairs trimmed. That should be you getting a haircut in a nice suit, Arch. That's what we want to see.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much there. I'm going to increase your volume, Lolex. There we go. Hello, Lolex.
Okay. How are my levels? I'm all over the place.
I got to tell you something, guys. Seriously, I really want to say this to you guys. Watches, they're important. That's the meaning of life, is to have more, not less.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Arch. I downsized this year. I had 5. I went up to 5. I'm now at 3.
Yeah, I want to take my dive watches out.
Wait, Roy, what do you have?
What,
did you downsize
with you? Well, I want to. I want to take my dive watches. I want to consolidate both of those into one. I want to downsize as well.
Okay. Watch chat. Are you doing the same?
Probably later.
Probably later. How many pieces do you have right now?
In all, maybe around 50-ish.
50 watches? And are those like substantial pieces, like Rolexes, Patek?
Oh no.
Okay. Because I was gonna say 50 is a lot. Even still, 50 is a lot of watches.
Yeah, big number of them as brands like Seiko's and
okay.
Yeah, all these small brands. Yeah.
Okay. Archie, you gonna downsize? What are you at right now?
Fuck no!
Another one.
Loser talk! I'm getting big. I'm getting Monty. I got Monty.
Okay.
Even when I
Archie, you're not.
I go to booking and I'm $2,000 out of pocket. $2,000 out of pocket.
Archie, you're not giving up anything for the Type 21, are you? You're just adding that, right?
I'm just added onto the HELOC. Fuck
Hell
it,
yeah,
man.
baby. Credit cards.
Fuck it. Fuck
Second, third job. Hell yeah.
Why not?
Oh, Archie.
Archie, then you have 9 watches already. That's like one more than required.
I tell you now, okay?
8 in the box, 1 on the wrist.
8 in the box. 8 in the box, 1 on the wrist. Otherwise, you're showing the box off. You got 1 watch. It just looks silly.
Oh my God.
I like to have 2 or 3 outside the box as extra. Because I got the watch roll as well. So I want 8 in the box and 4. Because the watch roll is free. 3 watches. And then 1 on the wrist. So that's that gives me 12. Seriously, I want to add more Breguet. I'd like to get a Breguet Marine. I want to get a Breguet enamel dial. I want an enamel dial Breguet. You know, enamel dial? Erwin?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Like I got the 7057. I got the sports in the Breguet Type 21. All I need is an enamel and a Marine, and I'm done. 4 Breguets.
Let me ask you this, Archie. What do you think of Blanc Pond?
I hate it.
Why?
Never liked it. I'm a Breguet man. I'm Breguet. I got the nose hair. You know what I mean? The Breguet moments, man. I want the Breguet moments. It's not blank pain moments. OG Kush Philippe. $5. Lolex, you going to Geneva to party with Archie and watch Nikki or what? Are you going? Hey, by the way,
I don't know. Yeah, I know. I heard you're going. I'm figuring out. I don't know yet if I can go or not. But I do really want to. Meech is going. Watch Nicholas is going. Everyone's going to be there. Red's going. Everyone's going, Arch.
If you went. You know that? Can I tell you this? We would really love it if you went.
That would be very fun. That'd be very, very fun. What are you going to wear, Arch? What watch are you wearing?
Oh, I'm wearing the Patek.
You're going to take the world time? No, you're not. No, he's not. Sorry? No, you're not.
Why not? I'm going to the mothership.
I know you. I know you. You're not going to. You're gonna say that, and then you're gonna show up with the JLC.
London's dodgy, right? I took the Breguet because the Breguet Type 21. That's the watch I wore when I found out that my son had passed.
Okay.
So that's why I wore that, right? Because that was and that's a solid gold piece. It was perfectly safe in London.
Okay.
As you know, you just got to be careful. And then what I'm going to do is I actually want to wear the world time in Geneva. I mean, if ever there was a place to wear the world time, this is it. Geneva. You know what I mean?
Geneva, baby.
Man, that's it. What do you?
They got a Breguet museum up there. Is that true?
Look, I'm not sure. Higgy's organizing it for me. We're going to Patek. We're going to BMW, Mercedes, and Porsche. We're going to fly to Germany for a couple of days.
Okay.
I want to see. I love the cars, Lolex. What do you want to see? Do you want to see cars or not really?
Apparently, they're going to do some hiking out there.
Fuck, I'm not doing hiking.
Yeah, I mean, you're not doing hiking, but there's some hiking that's being planned.
Let me tell you this. I do.
Thing.
I'm only going to do what I want to do, and I want to go to the watch event. I want to go to. The
You're not going to go hiking with us, Arch? You're not going to go. You're not going to climb the mountain with us? Come on.
Hey, I hate fucking hiking. I like.
You need to get them out there like cross country
Uber
skiing or something.
Archie, can you ski? Do you know how to ski?
No, I've never been. I've only seen snow a couple times.
Okay,
guys, make Archie go hiking. Super chat.
Yeah, guys, super chat for Archie to go hiking, and I'll stream the entire time.
$5. Archie, you are a way cooler than that Breguet dude. Archie, you are way cooler than that Breguet dude. Thank you. From CB. Seriously, Lolex, I would love if you could come. Can you get the time off? Put the leave in now.
Yeah, I have to look at the dates and plan everything. The tickets aren't expensive from LA. They're like $600. So that's not too bad for both ways.
Exactly. So
that's really not that bad.
OG Kush Philippe, $5. Pull up the Breguet Type 21 and the blank pane Air Command. Yes, sir. I'm bringing them up now. Let's get these fuckers on the stream. I love this stuff. You know why I love Breguet, by the way? Do you know what I like about Breguet?
Why?
It's just such a cool watch brand. Breguet is so cool. Seriously, if ever there was a brand that was cool, it's Breguet, okay?
They are cool, but
I mean, what do you want in your life? Tell me this.
Well, recently,
what is it you want? What do you really want?
What do I want, Arch? I want a Pepsi at retail. That's what I want.
Do you reckon you can get
Archie,
one or not?
Which
really? I don't think
which Breguet Marine were you wanting?
You don't think I can, Arch? You don't think I could do it, Arch? Keep underestimating.
I'm just thinking, no,
Arch.
you probably could. Pepsi's not that. Pepsi, look. You know what? When we hated each other, I used to give you shit and tell you your Black Dial Daytona was a compromise. I was just saying that to be nasty. You know that.
Do you know how hard it is to get a stainless steel Daytona at retail? Those are not easy watches to get.
A Black Dial
especially
Daytona.
Now. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a Black Dial Daytona. Let me give you the drum. That is a fucking watch you should be mightily proud of. I'm just bringing up this now. Sorry for the delay. I want to bring it up so I can show you the Type 21. I'm actually flying down to Sydney on Monday night to get this baby. That's the Type 21. Absolutely. It's actually a poor man's split, double split, because it's got center minute marker. It's got two. It's hard to explain, but I'm getting that back because I love it. That's the reason I'm getting it back. And the other watch we're looking at was the Tudor the blank pane Air Commander. Now I got to tell you something. I like the look of blank pane Air Commander. But realistically, you know what? I want the Breguet history. Okay, this is the gold one, which is actually pretty fucking nice. Bringing it up on the screen now. It's beautiful, but the thing is, it's just, if you're going to spend that money, wouldn't you get the Breguet one? I mean, Breguet is such a better brand.
Well, history-wise, Blancpain is older.
Yeah, Blank Pain's a Phoenix brand, okay?
I don't know.
What is it? What does a
recently
Phoenix
have
brand mean?
rise from
It
the
means it
ashes.
died and then it rose from the ashes. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
And Breguet didn't? I thought Breguet
Yeah, I
did.
was
It
gonna
rose
say.
from the ashes because
Was Breguet operating in the
okay, so this
2000s?
is the Breguet Type 20. Well, Breguet is a Phoenix brand too, but when we're having an argument, we just call everyone else a Phoenix brand. Okay, we just ignore the truth. I got to tell you, the Breguet is far cooler. We got Pavel $2, Lolex. Just say you're going, then flake out. And CB $5. Archie, show my 3 Omega heavy hitting divers I sent you. A man cannot live on Breguet or Rolex alone. And we got Mike the Snake joining us. Thank you, Snake. How are you?
Hello, Mikey.
Doing okay. Hey, what's that watch that you just had up? Is that the same one that you're showing now?
No, the other one I had up was the Blank Pain Air Commander. They are a very, very sexy looking watch.
Yeah.
And what I'm bringing up now is
so as well.
I'm bringing up the watches from CB. CB sent me some beautiful watches. These are some Ploplofs. I love the Omega Ploplof. That is just a big chunky diver. Mike, you would love this. I'm just going to get a soda water. Just keep talking, guys. Keep talking. My pick.
Oh.
I'm very familiar.
See, I love that two-tone one.
I like the one on the
I'll be back.
left.
Yeah, I like
the Proplof. Yeah, those are nice.
I really want to get the chance to see that new one. They changed back to a monoblock case, and then they made it so that made it like I think 15 millimeters thick now versus almost 19.
Now it's 19. Or
no, it used to be the titanium one when they brought it back, and the steel one were like 19 millimeters thick. But this new one, they did a monoblock case, so now I believe it's like 15 millimeters thick.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, that was one of the things I definitely noted about the Poprof was that it was just like ungodly huge. I mean,
I almost bought the titanium one with the orange bezel and the gray dial, but I just ended up not because of that thickness.
Yeah, I can see. I don't know how thick a James Cameron is, but I had one of those and it was thick. But
I had one of those
I
too, except for not the James Cameron dial, just the black dial.
So you had a deep sea dweller.
Correct. Yep.
But I don't know how thick they are, but they're thick. I don't know if they're 19 thick.
I believe they're 18.
Okay, so the Poprof, the old Poprof is like essentially the same. And what I remember about them was that they were just, like you could hook it onto a chain and use it as a boat anchor if you wanted. They were big, heavy watches.
Well, when it first came back in steel. This one up here that's with the two-tone, that one's titanium. So yeah, that first steel one. It also had a date as well at 430. The steel one.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
Big collection there.
The one on the far right is titanium.
The one on the left.
Far left.
The new one on the right is steel. So the Ploprof came back sometime in the 2000s. I can't remember when it first came back. It came back as the larger size, like 45 millimeters, whatever they call it. I don't know how you measure that thing. And they gave it a date, and it came steel case, steel mesh bracelet. Then they redid it in, I believe, the 2010s, and then they made it titanium, and they got rid of the date. And now they've redone it again, and it's steel again. It's a monoblock, and it's currently only on the rubber strap.
Oh, that sucks. Because, a Ploprof you have to get on with the shark skin bracelet. In my opinion, that's just...
Well, depending on how the lugs are and stuff. Like, for instance, I thought that, because I wear my watches in the water, all of them, my B09, that came with a leather strap. I'm like, I think this would look really good on mesh. And so I just sourced one.
Okay. I'm just a bracelet guy. Anything I get has to, be on a bracelet. And then, the other strap types are all optional, very cheap, easy, optional things.
Got another super chat from John C. $2. Rolex. Any NBA tips? Did you take the GMAT? Thanks. And Rolex is gone. We're sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
we didn't realize that.
He's back.
maybe more technical issues.
Uh-oh.
He's
Rolex,
coming back.
Rolex.
1 minute.
What is
back?
this? Is this Omega in the center? Is that
Any
the
NBA tips, Rolex? Rolex, any NBA tips? Rolex.
Dave's not home, man.
Rolex.
Is this watch blue one in the center? The Omega, is that the new giant titanium?
Yes.
Super Ocean that's like 48 millimeters or something.
That's 6,000 meters waterproof, Mike.
Oh, awesome! You know,
try holding your breath down there. You know what?
I dive down that deep all the time. But how is it like 48 or something? Is it like it's titanium and it's like huge, right?
That's the steel one. The titanium one has those weird, I guess they're calling them like manta ray or lugs, and it only works on NATO.
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken. If you bring up a picture of that,
that's
and then the steel one, they also make a bracelet.
Valve? Where's the helium escape valve?
It's on these they don't have it. I don't think it needs
Why?
it.
It might be integrated and or it doesn't need it.
I think it doesn't need it with this model.
Why do they put it on the Seamaster 300s then?
I don't. You mean the ones with the knob on the top at like 10 o'clock?
Yep.
Yeah, I hate all of them.
I think it's just an aesthetic choice.
Yeah, I'm if it comes to the Seamaster, I'm all about the Seamaster 300 Heritage. I think it's classier, stylier. It's got a great bracelet. The bezel is much nicer. I really don't like the Seamaster's scalloped dial or bezel.
The wave dial. The scallop bezel. Scallop bezel. I got you.
I've turned them and they just...
Erwin, would you get any of these, Erwin?
They're too big for me. I think they're too big for me.
These are all...
You might be able to wear the new one just because it's back down to the traditional size.
I love that first one. That two-tone is amazing. I love two-tone in a diver.
That looks good. That looks good. I mean, if it's smaller, I'd probably consider getting that.
1 second. Sorry.
Yeah, because it's not just thinner. It's physically like it's a smaller diameter as well.
Okay. And you're talking about the Ploprof on the left. Is that you're saying it's a two-tone as like the bezel's gold?
Yeah.
And maybe the crown as well. Okay, I'm just having trouble identifying it as gold in the little picture.
Yeah, the picture it's not the easiest, but yeah, the bezel is rose and the crown is rose. And then I don't know if they also did rose on the little pusher to unlock the bezel.
Yeah, okay.
I think they might have. It's been a while since I've seen one of those.
These are a monoblock, Roy. These are monoblock, aren't they?
The new one is not the two-tone.
Weren't the old ones the button was red or orange, wasn't it?
Orange, yeah.
Yeah.
Is what I believe is most traditional on that.
These two I'm seeing, they look like they're both metal colored.
Yeah, I don't know if they did.
Mike, your mic isn't very good, Mike. Can you check your mic, Mike?
Oh, fuck me. I'm sorry, guys.
Sounds about the same to me. I don't know.
No, how about that? Is that better?
Okay.
Maybe that's better. No echo, I guess.
I'm sorry.
How's my mic? Is this okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just
It's
started
fine.
defaulting.
Lolex, have you got any NBA tips? NBA tips, Lolex.
NBA tips. NBA tips.
Study
network.
hard.
Study hard. Network.
Drive a Porsche.
Network. Drive a Porsche. That's what you got to do.
Warriors. Just bet on the Warriors, man. They're my team.
Oh, have you handled these pro plofs in person?
They're
I held
monsters.
one once.
These are monsters.
Many years ago.
Yeah.
I've not the new ones, but the other ones, yes, the steel and the titanium, the old version.
Rolex,
I know
want to
people
ask
who
you,
have these. Oh, go on.
what's your 3 Rolexes now? You said you downsized from 5 to 3. I don't understand why. Tell me why you did it.
Okay. What did I get rid of? Oh man, I'm gonna get flack for this. So I'm down to my Batman, but I have both bracelets. I have the Oyster and the Jubilee. I have my Daytona black dial, and then my Speedy. That's it. What I got rid of this year was the green sub and an OP41, the black dial, or not the black dial, the green dial. I got rid of both of those.
Did you make money on those?
Oh, of course.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, of course. It was the easiest money ever. But
Yeah.
the reason I got rid of them.
Why did you sell the Starbucks?
Why did I sell the Starbucks? Great question. So I sold the Starbucks because number one, it's a little too big for my wrist. I think the new clasps are just a little they're too long. The new clasps for my wrist, they're too big, too long. And every time I put on that Submariner, I would think, Jesus Christ, I wish I was wearing my GMT. Like the GMT on a Jubilee
here's my
bracelet is
question.
the most comfortable watch they make.
Is to me like the out of the 3, you had 3 really similar ones there. Was that just the thought process between the sub and the
also,
GMTs and stuff?
That's a big factor as well too. It's like I understand everyone wants one diver, one GMT, one chronograph, right? But they're all the same. They all look the same.
I used to joke Rolex makes like 3 watches in a bunch of different variations, but they only make 3 watches.
It made no sense for me. It was like, all right, if I'm going to sell the Starbucks, I would want to get a dress watch. I would want to get maybe like a Reverso or just something interesting, something not Rolex. Do you know what I mean? Because it's all the same.
No,
shit.
that's kind of been my thought process with consolidating down as well. Is that trying to not be too similar?
I sold them independently, Arch. So that's how you get the best bang per buck out here. So
you get many tire kickers?
No, when you sell something like that, and you know it's sold within a day too. I got a good price and I just moved it. Someone local. So that's one of the good things about getting stainless steel Rolex is you can get in and out of it fairly quickly.
I'm presently trying to sell my dad's Mercedes. I'm having some troubles.
Oh, I don't know about that, Arch. That's a different.
Don't feel too bad. Nobody's buying cars in the States either.
I mean, a Mercedes is a statement on life. Do you understand?
I'm holding off on listing my
and the world statement is everybody's broke, so they're not buying it.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna wait a while before I list my motorcycle because it's just not. People aren't buying right now. So if you want to sell it, you're gonna you have to put the price down low enough to lure in. You know, you have to make it such a great deal that one of those people who just can't pass up a great deal comes along and takes it. But you know, you take a bath on it. But I am the utmost expert at that. So I have so much experience at that. I mean, I don't think I've made money on any of my purchases in a really long time.
Archie, what are you selling the Mercedes for?
He was originally
27.5. And we got Kay joining us. Hey, Kay, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi, Kay.
Hey, not too bad, Kay. What's going on?
Not much. How about you?
I'm still trying to sell my dad's car. I had one asshole tire kicking. That's about it. It's a very tough market, Kay. How are things in the antique shops? Are they selling?
Yeah. Yeah, lots of people come into our store because we're like right off the freeway.
Antique store.
Can you tell if someone comes in whether they're a buyer or a time waster?
Kind of. one time there was this one chick that got $200+ worth of merchandise, comes up to the counter and only has a $20 bill. So I had to put it all back. I did not like that.
She had a $20 bill.
Well, her eyes were bigger than her wallet.
She didn't realize the price or what?
No, she thought she could con her mom into sending her money on the internet.
Was it good stuff she was buying?
Yeah, because I don't know. I just didn't like her.
Do you discount at the antique market at the mall? Do you discount?
I mean, each booth is a specific person's merchandise, so it's up to the dealer whether they discount their booths or not.
Yeah. Hey, Archie, have you ever gone antiquing? I mean, a lot of antique shops are this way.
I love it. I love it.
A person will have a bunch of antiques, let's say, and they'll rent a little booth or a section of that store out, and they'll put all their stuff there, and there'll be prices on everything. And when they're not there personally, somebody else will take care of sales for them. But it's the whole place is filled up with like 100 different people's worth of stuff. So you've got this booth here has all glass, and this has all wood antiques, and this has all furniture, and this one has knickknacks, and this one has old metal cars, and everyone's different, and but they're each one's owned by a private collector seller. That's what my mother and my grandmother did with their antique stores. They rented a spot in this really large building, that was a giant antique store, but they had like a corner, and where they
we got a super chat for K. John C. $2. K, does an MBA make a man more attractive?
I don't even know what that is.
MBA is a Masters of Business Administration. It's like a master's degree. So most people do a degree, a graduate degree, then that you can do extra study and get a master's.
Yeah, I know. But
is that
okay?
Does
yeah.
that make a man more sexy for you?
I mean, it makes them more smarter.
We'll take that as a no. It makes no difference, John C.
Kind of sounds like a yes, Arch. Kind of sounds like a yes to me, but all right.
But if a man is an asshole with an MBA, or a man is just charming, the charming guy without the MBA will win, Lolex.
Okay, but what if he's an asshole? Period. I think he's just an asshole.
He's not going to get anything, is he? We got another super chat. CB, $5. Arch, the picture I sent you is my next watch in the making. The part is the platinum back case just off the CNC before polish.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm interested because you can't screw platinum onto platinum like threads wise, so the case can't be platinum. Oh, not platinum. I'm thinking of titanium. Excuse me. Back up. Forget everything I just said. Because if you have a titanium case, you cannot have a titanium.
This is from
case
a
back.
Nautilus, a Patek Nautilus. Look at that, from a Patek Nautilus.
Wow.
Oh, the part is the platinum back.
Looks pre-finished. It looks a little rough. It's just, but I think you mentioned it's right off the CNC. Yeah, just off the CNC before polish. So there you go. I used to do this when when I worked at the knife shop. They came out looking like this, and by the time I was done, they looked like a Patek. I took them and polished them up, and beveled all the edges with
Would you
Dremel
ever
type
start
tools.
your own knife business, Mark? I mean, Mike, could you ever start your own knife business? Mike's Knives.
Excuse me.
No. I didn't. I worked there, and I had hoped to walk away from there knowing the art of making knives, but what I ended up being there was more of a machinist, do all. They called me the short order cook because I did everything there. I ran, manual lathes and mills and machine screws and polished parts, and I ran the CNC machines. In in the form of like pushing the green button and opening the door when it was done and mounting the parts in it, that kind of thing. I didn't do any of the programming or anything like that, but and I did everything there was to do there, but with the exception of like making the blade itself. Um, our blades were wire cut, EDM cut, and then we sent them off to be ground into the sharp, pointy shape, and then we got them back, and then we finished them out with a really high end finish on them. So I didn't learn the art of knife making. Um, I just did a lot of kid in a candy store for me. I'm a I had machine tools available to me to just do so
Oh, look at
much.
this. We got a super chat CB, $5. Archie, I said platinum. It's not a Patek. A man cannot live on Patek alone. This is one of his other watches.
Guys, what do you think of the Speedmaster Moonface? The recent release on the Meteorite dial.
Yes.
Isn't platinum in terms of hardness? You would think like you'd go gold is soft, steel, and then is platinum like more like harder than steel?
No, it's really soft.
Is it okay? I didn't know. It's heavier than steel, right? For sure.
Well, yeah, it's heavier than steel, and it's also part of the reason why you notice that platinum, it'd be heavier than gold anyways. But one of the reasons why platinum watches are so much heavier is you have an 18 karat gold watch, so 75% platinum is 950, so it's 95.
I have a lot of metallurgical experience, but I have zero knowledge about platinum.
Yeah,
So
and
that's why I
platinum
asked.
also, in addition to it being, like I said, being more pure when used in jewelry, it is also denser as well, and it wears out tools.
Yeah, just like titanium. Our CNC machines operated at the same speed going through titanium as they did through plastic. Okay, they just but they did have to change the bits out more often, just because titanium being more of a not necessarily harder, but it's kind of if you look at it under an electron microscope.
Archie, what are you doing?
I'm just
Just
checking.
taxes.
Checking the date.
Look at his
dates on my
WhatsApp.
calendar. Just checking some dates. That's all.
Run the show, big boy.
Well, the other thing, if I'm not mistaken, about titanium is if you let it oxidize while it's working, you just have to start over.
Oh,
Is
with
that true?
with platinum. If it oxidizes.
No, with titanium. We were talking. He was talking about CNC titanium.
So I don't think
my understanding is
titanium is very difficult to polish as well.
We never really had anything we did. We had just sheets of titanium, over on the pallet, and we'd lay a whole sheet in the big EDM machine, and it would cut out like 100 scales, the sides of the knife.
What can you do
and,
if you break the tip off a knife, Mike? If you break the tip off, can you glue that back on or solder it back on?
You either grind it shorter back to a tip, or you replace the blade, man. Come on, Arch. That's a easy question. But yeah, no. In answer to the titanium, we didn't do anything
We've
special.
got John C.
regarding
$2.
titanium.
Mike the Snake, did you say fight coda? I'll never forget.
Even if you pull up the clip where I did say that, you'll see that I didn't say it like in a hateful way. I was basically kind of saying, I didn't want to talk about Coda right now. It was the day that I was debuting the fact that I'd gotten my Porsche, and I wanted to talk about that. And somebody brought up the dog, and I was like, fuck the dog. Come on. I just look at my car, and everybody's like, "Oh shit! You said fuck Coda," and then fucking people still haven't let me live it down here years later. So
I think that's the fun of it. They get a lot of fun out of
yeah,
that.
that is the fun of it, I guess. Fun for them. But whatever. It's they're doing their job, and I'm just doing mine. I can't care about what everybody fucking writes, because Archie doesn't have a mod anymore that even keeps people that write the super ultra nasty shit out, and so even that stuff gets through. So I have to literally just ignore it or let it roll off my back and not care.
No, that's exactly it, Mike.
Yep.
We love you, Mike.
Mike, what kind of bike are you trying to sell?
I have a Ducati Hyper Motard.
Oh, that's right. Okay, gotcha. I didn't realize you were trying to sell that.
Well, I got it. I've never been without a bike. I've always ridden, but I got it because I just jonesing. I'd gotten the car and realized that it was like as a long-term project. I couldn't handle it, and so I went to listing it, and so then I just decided I need a toy that I can play with now. And
Right.
so I went and got the Ducati, and I'd had two 2012 air-cooled 1100 Hypermotard Evo SPs, and I loved them, but they didn't have any of the electronics, the anti-lock brakes or traction control or any of that stuff. And I actually crashed my first one. I hit sand in the road that the electronics would have saved me. Okay.
Just one moment there. John C. $2 Lolex. Do most MBAs make six figures after graduating? Lolex.
Before I dive into that, Mike, can you keep me up to speed? Do you still have that vintage Porsche that you were working on? Do you still have that?
Yes, he does. The
yeah.
930. He's listed it for sale. He's listed it for sale.
Okay. What are you looking for it? Like, what are you trying to sell for, Mike?
You can
85, okay?
Yeah.
85. Okay. Have you ever thought about? I know you're getting like you keep buying like these vintage cars. You ever thought about getting something maybe modern, not as like high powered, like a 4 Series or something, or like an M3?
Well, no, I mean, I had a 135i year one in 08, and then I had a 335 IS, both with the N54 twin turbo engine, which is the preferred enthusiast BMW engine, and both of them I had hopped up to around between 400 and 500 horsepower. The 135 was basically a race car. I spent a lot of money on it.
Is a track car, though.
No, but I mean, like, Archie, wouldn't you rather get something that's maybe not as high powered but more modern, Arch? Wouldn't you want to get, like, if you were spending that kind of money,
100%.
that's more modern?
I said that to Mike. Mike needs to get an M2. I'd get an M2.
An M2, that's exactly. Are those still in production, the M2s? They are, right?
Well,
yeah, because the truth is the 3 Series is like an old 5 Series. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like an M2, you could go to the dealership, Mikey, and get one right off the lot. Versus you don't have to work on it. You don't have to worry about anything. It's right there. You got a warranty.
Here's the thing. I want to get onto the racetrack. I got a car. I got a little Nissan. I get around. Okay. I want back on the racetrack. I'm a race car driver. I've owned a couple of race cars. I've raced. My heart lies on the racetrack. I used to race motorcycles when I was a kid. I raced model cars professionally. And I've raced cars, I had club racing, SCCA and stuff. I've had some crazy race cars, and so my goal with the Porsche was this is my way back to the track. But after getting it, I realized I can't afford to get this car back onto the track, and if I do, if I pop it, it's going to cost 50 grand for an engine rebuild, which I'll never be able to afford, and then I'll have nothing. So I was literally scared to drive it and own it, and realized I could never drive it at 10/10 on the racetrack. So I just, I realized, whoops, this is not the car for me. So
please don't tell your brother that he was right. Please,
so what I want to get,
do not ever tell your brother that he was right. Please,
but Mikey, I think Archie's giving you great advice. Get an M2. Maybe it's not race car status, but it's fast as shit. You have a brand new warranty. Nothing's gonna break down on you.
Yeah, that doesn't cover him if he goes to the track and he wants to go racing. Like, this is not applicable.
I want to do track days. I'm thinking more like a Miata, but like a spec Miata race car that is still street legal, but it's basically a complete, little stock race car. You can buy last year's championship winning car for like maybe 10-15 grand with all kinds of spares, spare wheels and tires, spare motors, spare rear ends, spare trannies, and get on the track that way. That's probably
trannies. You hear that, Arch?
Arch, Mike, what they're not understanding, I think, is that like there's nothing that you can do on the street that's a substitute for the track. It's not
exactly. But I've also
can't you track an M2 though, Roy? Or is that not?
Yeah, but that's going to be expensive as shit if something happens, and your insurance and your warranty are going to tell you to go to hell if you try to make any claims.
Okay. And I promised myself that I'm never buying another car that isn't going to appreciate in value, meaning pretty much vintage. I'm not buying anything. I'm not buying any more BMWs. I'm not buying any more brand new Subarus. I bought a BRZ and put 18,000 into it, adding a turbo and methanol injection, and made it into a 365 horsepower to the wheels monster, race car out of it, and it wasn't fun anymore to drive.
Well, and then here's the other thing that I'll say about like bringing an M2 or something on track is, you should never bring anything to a track that you're not comfortable just basically writing off, because what if somebody behind you is not maintaining their stuff and they boil their brake fluid, and then they plow into the back of you, and then you hit a wall? It could all be gone right there. That's it.
Well, wouldn't they cover you then? Isn't it their fault?
No. Nope.
There is some discrepancy between racing and track days, but you're in for a fight with your insurance company, because they'll claim you were racing even if you're just on a track day, which is where for a few $100 they give you 5 20-minute sessions on the racetrack throughout the day, and depending on which class you're in, you're not allowed to pass without the car in front of you waving you by, meaning he's seen you, acknowledges you, and waves you past. And he's quick about it if you're coming up on him really fast. We got a super chat
from Jefferson Exotic. Jefferson Exotic, $5. Mike, you make bad decisions. You're irresponsible and narcissistic. Focus less on toys you can't afford and more on health and a job. Yes.
That's great advice, man.
Before that, Lolex hasn't replied the last.
It doesn't sound very fun though.
Yeah, no.
Archie,
Roy had a Viper, Mike. Roy had a V10 Viper. Did you know that, Mike?
That's very cool. Vipers are
really
awesome.
Did you really? Roy, you had a Viper?
You really lost it.
Yeah, I had a Gen 5 Viper, so the last one they made.
Gee, cool. I think the Viper might have been the nicest body like if you're asking me any car ever made, like the Viper's up there, top 2 or 3 nicest bodies ever built. Beautiful cars.
That car was a lot of fun for what it was. The other thing that was crazy about it is you put the Gen 5 Viper, next to a modern 911. It's smaller, it's lighter,
Is it really?
makes more power. Yeah, it's like basically the size of an S2000. Like that is a small
Christ.
car. Like when I was in the car, I had to tuck my shoulders like this, and I'm not that tall, and my hair is grazing the ceiling. So like if you're over 6 foot tall, you have to take the spacers out of the seat and just put it directly on the floor. Like
Aren't
it
they
is
super
not a
dangerous
car.
too? Like if you don't know what you're doing driving, they're kind of dangerous, right?
I mean, anything that has a lot of power is small and only rear wheel drive, and like it did have traction control and it did have ABS. But the reason why I use quotes is because best I could tell, they didn't actually do anything.
Now, weren't the first Vipers large cars?
I mean, not particularly. No, you have to remember Carroll Shelby made it as his successor to the to his cars from the 60s. Yeah.
Okay. I thought that the Viper was.
Well, so here's the thing: is
V10
everything else got bigger, but the Viper stayed the same size.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean? No, it's not a big car. It really isn't. And when the Gen 5 looks bigger than it is because it's so low to the ground. And then you expect, okay, it's got an 8.4 liter V10. You expect it to be huge, but your butt is sitting on the rear axle and there's no room in the cabin.
Yeah.
So, it's a great, exciting car to drive. It has a ton of grip because it has giant, 13.5-inch tires in the back and 11.5-inch tires in the front. So it generates a ton of grip. So when you're in a corner, if you push it too far, it will snap violently away from you. And then it has a variable cam in the last generation. And so it drives like a giant VTEC where you get into the upper third of the RPM range. And if you're hard on the throttle, you have to back off the throttle as it comes on the cam. Otherwise, it'll start spinning up the tires because, it comes in like a turbo spooling up or like VTEC. All of a sudden, you just start making a bunch more power.
Wow.
And it's not like it didn't make power down low. It's a, 8.4 liter engine. There's tons of power down low. It just makes more and more and more. And then
it can't be very fuel efficient with that engine, can it? Is it fuel efficient?
No, absolutely
How
not.
bad is the fuel economy?
I
depends
never
on how you
tracked
drive
it. Yeah, if you're having fun, I know you could easily do low single digits, like if you're on the track.
Yeah, I use 6 to 8, maybe 8 to 9 miles to the gallon on track. V10, 6.8 liter, probably 6 to 8 miles to the gallon on track.
Yeah, it depends on how much wide open throttle, how long your straights are and stuff.
Yeah,
exactly. I have heard people say they get into the low single digits.
On the street, though, if you pussyfoot it around and just barely touch the throttle, you could probably eke 15, maybe 17 to the gallon out of it. It just depends on how you drive a car, really.
Right.
But,
if you're I never thought about it.
It's economy is not something is like really on the plate when you got a car like that, right?
Yeah. But you're not putting on a bunch of miles either. I would take it out of my house. I would head up a mountain pass. Whatever town's at the end of that, have something to eat, turn around, head back down the mountain pass, and that was having fun. And with the car, I wasn't driving it around town. It was actually kind of a pain in the ass to drive around town because you had to be really strategic at places because it's so low to the ground. You could end up in a bad situation if you didn't know where you were going.
Didn't like potholes, I take it, for sure.
No, it didn't like even the slightest of inclines or anything. It had no ground clearance, mine anyways, because of the carbon kit on it. So.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, man.
Pulling out of parking lots and stuff.
You loved your Viper, but you loved it. Would you get a Corvette then after that, or you don't want a Corvette?
If I got a Corvette, it would be a C7. The C8s, they only make an auto, so But I mean, I don't, like I said, I grew up with sports cars, and I've gone through. I've had everything that I really want, and the only other things that I would want, in my opinion, are massively overvalued, and I'm not going to buy them. You know. So
What do you think the most overvalued sports car is? What's the most overvalued?
Overvalued.
Well, what like didn't they made and they made very few of them. Well, that's the problem. Is like, okay, so they made very few 599s with a manual. Does that mean that that's overvalued? I don't know, but is the price
I love the 599.
That I would ever consider paying?
Yeah.
Like, no. And so it's So it's
Roy,
like saying it's the most overvalued. I don't know, but I love that car. I'd like to have one, but God knows I'm not paying that kind of money for it.
Roy, are the C7s becoming bargains yet? Like, are they
So
starting to come
I think
down
they're
in
a
price?
bargain.
Yeah.
You know, they've
They are,
honestly
right?
you've been able to get a good Grand Sport with a manual for a reasonable price, even through COVID, because they made so many of them. And you know
there were so many on the road. But
Yeah.
the base model prices, what are they going for now? I remember you can get them at MSRP for like 50, 60 grand, but this was pre-COVID.
Oh God, it's got to be a base C8. It's got to be 80. I haven't looked,
yeah.
but that's a guess. So.
But those things. Oh, did Archie leave?
No.
No, the C7s are so beautiful. I like them so much more than the modern Corvettes, just from a look perspective. I think they're gorgeous.
I don't mind the C8. It's just I want to roll my gears in a sport car. I don't want to play with paddles on the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I have a friend. I don't know if he's going to buy one or not, but he can never stay in one sports car for more than like a 2-year period. And he's had a ZL1 Camaro for a couple years now, so now he's looking to get something else.
What do you think about the C6s? Do you think those are good bargains?
No.
The C6s?
Well, they're good.
No?
All right, so they're good-ish bargains. I mean, here's the thing.
I'll be back 1 minute. 1 minute, I'll be right back.
Just such a nicer car on the inside, and I also think looks-wise. So a C6 on the inside has a lot more in common with cars from like the late 90s than it does have from cars today, whereas a C7, it feels a lot more on the inside like a car of today. You know, it was a massive upgrade in quality, and you're still getting the same basic package. You're getting a front engine, rear transmission, V8, sports car, 2-seater. And so the prices are lower for a C6, but it's not like you're buying a C6 for $15,000. You know, so if you're going to have to spend
They're still very
you're going to spend mid and upper 20s in order to get a good one that hasn't had like 5 owners, the last 2 of which beat the hell out of it. At that point, it's like, okay, why not jump up to the upper 30s and get a C7, which is a world's nicest car. And then from an appreciation standpoint, if any of the modern Corvettes could potentially, it would be a C7 manual, because it's currently the last manual and it's the last front engine one.
What do you think is better, though, a C6 that's a ZR1 or a basic C7? What would you rather get? Because the C7 is more modern, obviously. You would get a basic C7. Oh, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because if I wanted all that power, you can modify that engine in the C7 easily. And the other thing I'll tell you, and I'm sure Mike can back me up on this, is realistically speaking, like on the street, I think 350 to 400 is really fun horsepower range. You start pushing past that, and it's not usable. You know, and when I'm on a pass or anything in the Viper, it's like, okay, you know, I'm dragging a higher gear and I'm low in the RPM range. If you start to get on the gas at all, you get to go to jail speeds very, very quickly, and before you can have any fun. Whereas if you're like 350 horsepower, you can kind of get into the throttle, shift some gears, and you can have, it's a more engaging drive at that point.
I gotta say something. You know, I really love. Would you get a 70s Corvette instead of a modern?
I love the look of the C3 before they went to the integrated bumpers, when they were still the old school like chrome ones and stuff. But
emissions, they had hardly any horsepower, but didn't they?
No, they had a ton of horsepower. The C3s because they were
Oh, Mikey
around
dropped
before
off.
emissions came in. So, yeah, no, but at the same time, you really gotta, I consider myself the custodian of that car, and I don't know how much fun I would really want to have with it.
Archie, are those strawberry licorice?
Yes. They're like Twizzlers. You know Twizzlers?
Yeah, you can't just have one. You're going through that bag, aren't you? Let's see the bag, Arch.
Said like a
Oh
former
my
fat
God.
guy.
Look at that. We're talking Corvettes, Arch. How we're gonna buy C7s.
I love the C1.
Really?
C1.
You know the first shape?
Yeah, I know the first shape.
I like
no.
the Thunderbirds as well. You know the early Thunderbirds?
Yep. I probably like the first generation Thunderbird more than I like the C1 Corvette. I think C2s.
You know,
I
they
think
did the
improved on the C1
Thunderbird. They released it again. They re-released it.
Yeah, it didn't do well because
Why were they
that
a
car was
flop?
too expensive.
Why?
It was too expensive. It was underpowered, and I mean that's basically the end of it.
Have you driven one of those?
No, I've never even ridden in one.
A C1
Have you
Corvette?
seen many around?
No, I think we're talking about the new the re-release that they did in the early 2000s. That Thunderbird.
Yep.
Oh,
No,
I remember those. Those were dangerous.
I
weren't they?
see them.
Because they're cheap.
They had hard.
Now they're cheap. They're cheap as chips.
Yeah.
They have no power. They're not particularly good
like
handling
shit.
cars. It was a styling exercise, and they were expensive, and so they failed, and they deserved it.
It was like a nice Chrysler, right? Those, I remember seeing those around my town a lot growing up. A lot of people had those.
There's no such thing as a nice Chrysler. They're all fucking ugly.
I don't know. I like the old 300s.
300s? Yeah, I was just gonna say that, Roy. 300s.
We're gonna
Those
super
are
chat
fun.
for Mike. JT, $2. Mike, do you have lightning fast reflexes for racing?
I think he dropped off, didn't he?
Yeah, he took off.
I gotta ask you something. If you could have any classic car, what would you pick?
Ooh, that's a good one, Arch. You first, Roy.
Well, see, here's the question: would you have to keep and own it? Because it'd be tempting to say 250. I said if I had to keep and own it versus just to have anything to turn around and to keep and own.
Keep it on.
That'd be honestly, I'd want one of the early Diablos.
The mid-60s 911.
Okay. The late 60s 911 Arch? That's what you do?
Mid-60s. They came out in 65, I think.
You know what I would get? I get a 60.
You said Diablo.
On, Roy,
I've actually been in a Diablo. Did you know that?
Yeah. No, I didn't know that. But I would want one of the early ones. I would want one of the ones from the first run with the just rear-wheel drive and as basic as it got in 92 or 91 when they came out.
I would get a 67 GTO. That's what I would do.
Well, see, I was going to say that if I could just go around and sell it.
No. I had a neighbor that had one of those. Oh my God. Beautiful. Jet black. Gorgeous.
Yeah. Because if you can get one of if you because it'd be fun to have something like that just for a relatively short period of time. I just don't know if I'd want to keep it. If I had the Diablo, I'd want to keep it.
By the way, guys, let's take a look now. Do you want to see my friend's Diablo? Do you want to see it?
Yeah, I don't even know what a Diablo is. I need to see it, Arch. Oh,
program.
Okay.
Fuckers, hello, fuckers. Now today,
What do you think of that?
we're going to show you a
That's
supercar, the Lamborghini Diablo. And fuckers, this here is one of the last real photos.
It's got the body.
And, I just want to
It's been
sink my boot in and kick these other pseudo luxury channels.
That's a lot of toilet paper.
The Diablo was replaced by the Lamborghini Murcielago. And I got to tell you,
Roy, you would keep this over a GTO? I mean, I get it.
Well,
it's
see,
nice.
He's got some body kit stuff on there that was not stock. Those lights, the headlights aren't correct. That thing going across the back between the taillights is not correct.
It's a special. It's a tuner. It's a special tuner. That's a special tuner.
Yeah, so it's there's some aftermarket stuff
That's
on that.
not done by anybody.
But
No. It's like it's done by a company called. I'll show you. This is. I actually went for a drive in it.
It looks expensive to maintain.
The brakes in this are phenomenal. Because this was when I was 20.
It's an amazing car. He took me for a drive in it. There you go, guys. There you go. Yeah. That is a phenomenal car.
No, I mean, well, I was
they got no storage space.
80s, but I grew up in the 90s, so that was the Lamborghini, was the Diablo. So always have a soft spot for it.
Anyway, guys,
JT, $5. Arch, my super chat to Mike was 10 minutes ago. You waited until Mike left before you bothered to even read it out. You treat super chat. No, it's just we've got a lot on at the moment. We've got a great panel, great crew. I get directions from everybody.
Arch has got a lot going on. He's eating licorice.
See you guys then. Bye-bye.
Eating licorice. Oh, see you later. Hey,
yes,
Erwin, are you going now?
Yeah, I've got to go
man,
now.
I love you, man. Come again.
Yeah,
I will definitely be going to Malaysia this year. Don't worry.
No problem. Anytime. The offer is always open. No worries, Jimmy. Have a good one, guys.
I'll be coming.
All right, bye, Erwin.
Yeah, bye.
No, interesting thing about Lamborghini, they use that V8 from the Miura through.
No, that's a V12. That's a 12 cylinder.
I'm sorry. You're right. I don't know why I said V8. I was thinking 12 and I said 8. My brain's not working. But
they had the Uraka.
They
had the Uraka was the V8. You know the Uraka?
Yeah. But what I was saying is they used that 12 in the Miura, they used it in the Countach, they used it in the Diablo, they used it in the Mercy, and then they finally replaced it with the Aventador, if I'm not mistaken.
And they also used it in the the four-wheel drive ones too.
Yeah, that Lamborghini thing that looks like a Hummer. I can't remember. It's like the LMO2 or something like that. What's it called?
LM. That's right. LMO. That's it. That's the one.
Yeah. I've never seen one of those.
$10. I'm Team 10. Sorry for throwing spaghetti at Higgy. I retract it. Thank you, Vincent. We love you.
We'll keep that on the screen for a little bit. $10 super chat. That's good.
Yeah, give him some value, please.
Give him some value.
Lolex, would you ever get a classic? Your father has, Lolex's family is absolutely minted.
Absolutely.
You got a vintage Porsche?
Would I ever buy a vintage car though? It's from just what I've seen. I mean, I feel like you have to know how to work on cars to own a vintage car, or else you're spending a lot of money on it. Would I own one? One day, maybe. But right now, I'm more of like the.
See, I like the modern tech. I got to be honest with you, Lolex.
Yeah,
I love the modern. Like you got ABS, you got traction control.
When I look at Mike, and I didn't mean that in a shitty way. I hope he didn't take offense to it. But like for the money that he's spending on that Porsche, he should just get a nice modern car that he could potentially, something.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing that you're not getting though. It's not the same itch. Like a track car has nothing to do with a street car. Like it's completely something else.
See, I tried to tell him it wasn't a matching numbers car. Did you know that, Lolex?
What's the difference if it's a track car? You'd want one that isn't because you're going to save money on it and you're going to potentially damage it. Don't take a matching numbers car on the track.
If it's numbers matching, higher resale, right?
Correct, but you don't take that on the track. You don't buy a track. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's a lot of. Well, I mean, Roy, it's like you're saying right now. Whatever makes him happy, whatever scratches that itch. But for me, the money you're going to spend on a vintage car, Arch, I'd put that into something modern. Get a really nice.
I love the M2s. You know the M2s?
I don't like I understand the M2s. I get why people get them, but
Lolex, the 3 Series has become like my 3 Series is bigger than a fucking 5 Series from
that's what I was about to say. Is the BMWs and everything. The bloat is real.
Bloat is real.
Well, Toyota has the same thing. The Corolla was the small car. Now they had to bring out the Yaris because it got so fat and chubby. It gets chubby.
They still make Yaris's? They still make those?
Well, and this is one of the things where you can, where a track car these days is really fun, is because these modern cars, even like an M2 that's smaller, it still has to have all that weight for the safety
What about a
stuff,
Lotus?
all
You get a
that weight
Lotus.
for the
Lotus
electronics.
is a car for the road.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. So that's, you know.
Oh, thank God we got Mike the Snake back. Mike, I got a question for you. Oh, what's happened to Mike? Mike, I got a question for you. Mike.
Okay. I
Mike.
need to be able to finish my sentence if you ask me the question, okay?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Mikey. We're talking over. Sorry.
Mike, the mic.
Oh, sorry. Fuck. I had logged back off. Hold on.
Here we go. JT, $2. Mike, do you have lightning fast reflexes for racing? We can't hear you, Mike. Mike, you're muted.
Mikey, can we get a ka-chow?
Nothing.
Oh,
We
no.
can't hear nothing from Mike.
Oh, no. Horrible timing.
Mike, put it back on.
Oh, you're super quiet.
Can't hear
the wrong
a thing,
input,
Mike.
Mikey.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Beautiful.
Fuck, it was a stupid button on my headset. Sorry, guys.
No need to apologize, Mikey.
Well, no, I fuck up every day with that stupid mic, man. I apologize.
No. Archie, what was the question? Say it again.
Here we go. Here we go. Super chat from JT. Mike, do you have lightning fast reflexes for racing?
Well, I still have fast reflexes, and I still believe I can drive a car on the racetrack competently. I'm not out for racing. I don't have enough money to go racing. Racing is a very expensive sport, mainly in the form of the cost of tires. But yeah, I know I can go out there and do 5 20-minute sessions a day on track days in a nice sticky little car, and run some lap times and just try to get faster and improve myself and just have fun and go fast, because it's stupid to drive fast on the street. It's dangerous. Shit happens. Trees fall out of the sky, bouncing ball and a kid following it, all that shit. You drive fast on the street, you're asking for it. The first time I drove on the racetrack, it just had this epiphany. It just was like, why did I ever go fast on the street when for as many times a year as I want, I can do a track day like this and go as fast as I can possibly dream of going, all day long. And, yeah, so I'm all about basically a street car that's more track car than street. And that's what my Porsche was. But the Porsche just turned out to be long term, like just too expensive for me to own and maintain. And I came to that realization a little late,
Mike, we just had Lolex was saying, and I was saying maybe the perfect car would be like a BMW M2. That would have been perfect. Or maybe like Doc BBW, an E46 M3.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mike?
E46 M3, yes. Now we're getting into more of my territory. I don't want anything so new that, maybe a car that's already been modified into a track car, like an E46 M3 that's got a roll cage and coilovers and is already lowered and has an extra oil cooler and a bigger radiator, all the things you need to run on a racetrack. Because if you take a regular M2, it's not going to last one lap before it overheats. Okay, your oil temperatures are going to go through the roof, and your coolant temperatures are going to go through the roof before you finish 1 or 2 laps if you're driving at 10/10. To get a car to run on a racetrack at 10/10, you have to have a huge oil cooler and a huge radiator that just, the car can, run at 10/10 on a 100-degree day without issue.
Can you buy your 335 IS back? It had an extra oil cooler.
It might have had an extra oil cooler, but if I were to track that car, I would have put a huge one in there. Whatever it had, it needs more. And
have you had any feedback from the buyer?
Of what? Of my 335 IS?
Yeah, are they looking after it?
I assume so. I mean, once it's gone, it's gone. I didn't even want to hear about it.
Oh, you don't want to hear about it? Why's that?
Well, once it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah. Don't look in the past, Arch.
Yeah, I'm always looking forward.
Mikey, what about a C63 AMG? Can you see yourself driving one of those?
Is that one of those long-nosed Mercedes?
Yes. Didn't Sirocco have one of those, Arch? The C63?
Oh no,
he had a C63S.
Ah.
If it's one of the crazy, they almost look like a Viper.
V8 one.
They almost look like a Viper, like in kind of profile.
That's the SLR
super long nose, little itty bitty coupe race car looking kind of Mercedes. Is that the one you're talking about?
I think that's the
No,
GT.
that would be something else. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the current version of that is the AMG GT, I believe.
Yeah, so I know nothing about Mercedes, so.
M2 C63s do not handle well around corners. Is that true, Roy? Is that true?
No.
Well, I couldn't tell you, but that's never really been Mercedes's thing in the modern.
What Mike's talking about is this the AMG GT.
Oh no, not that.
This is what Mike's talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the C63.
But see,
and they also had the SLR. Remember the SLR?
Yeah. The AMG cars are more like high-powered touring cars, like this SLR. This is a GT car. That's not a race car. Like it's not going to do well around corners. That's not what it was built to do.
You're right.
Yeah.
How much should one spend on a track car, though, Roy?
You don't have to spend a lot.
Ideal? What is the ideal amount to spend on it?
You can get into it for $10,000, like get a Spec Miata decked out with nice shocks and go really fast on the racetrack. Don't underestimate low power on a car that can maintain corner speed because it's super lightweight. It'll run the same lap times as a 500 horsepower heavy car.
Guys, can we turn Archie's Honda into a track car? It's just sitting there.
Some people have. Most people.
Super chat. OG Kush Philippe $5. Roy, what's scary? A Viper on a cold morning, or leaving your deep sea dweller near edge of counter around kids?
Yeah, I can't say that I ever took the Viper out on a cold morning, but I did learn my lesson with the deep sea. So
Did you have summer tires on your Viper?
Oh yeah, of course. So, I mean, realistically speaking, where I'm at, because I'm in the bottom of the valley, like it never gets that cold. And in the winter, you'll get random like 3-day periods like we're in right now, where it's nearly 70 degrees. I've actually seen 70s in January here. So
yeah, I'm in Northern California. It's the same for me. It never really. It might frost a few times a year. It never really gets so cold that running a compromised tire is worth it over just getting the sticky, 888 or
No, where I found it the most sketchy is on sport bikes with really aggressive tires, because I've had tires where if it was 80 degrees but it wasn't sunny out, you couldn't get temperature into them and then they were almost like wood. So
Is that super sticky? Like like uber sticky?
yeah, you're going with something that is basically made for hot weather and then like light track use. I mean, you'll still destroy it if you really pushed it on the track, but
Yeah,
it's a very soft tire for the street.
On my bikes, I've always gone with not a top speed tire. I've gone with a dual compound basic street tire. I mean, for the riding I do, I'm not a knee dragger, and it'll if I did do a track day on it, it would do just fine at my riding level capabilities. And I wouldn't run into that rock hard, at a certain temperature issue. That
No,
you run
I'm
into.
actually probably going to be in the same boat as you are. I'm probably selling my street bike. I'm not getting rid of I'm not getting rid of my enduro bike or my trials bike, but I don't think I'm going to be doing any riding on the street anymore. So
Yeah, I kind of just made that decision because I have an artificial heart valve, which it doesn't limit me in any way, but I have to be on blood thinners, which uh, again doesn't really limit me in any way. But on a bike, if I go down, it's much worse. And so I just
I got to
decided
tell you something there.
no more
One
riding.
of these SLRs, Hoovy had one. Lolex, do you watch Hoovy?
I used to.
Yeah, he's a bit of a
He sold
douche.
off-
I like.
Is he? I never thought he was a douche. Why is he a douche, Arch?
He acts real poor when he's making a
Successful,
fortune. I don't like
nice
that, you know.
cars. Okay, I get it. No, I liked him a lot. I actually really thought he was cool. I know he sold off a lot of his cars. I need to check in on his channel actually, see what he has left, because I know he had some really cool stuff at one time. He had a vintage Mustang. What else did he have?
I think I saw that he has. I think he has a Veyron now.
He's a Veyron now. Wow.
I saw like
Wow.
a short of him like driving that in the snow.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, I don't know how much money he's making from the channel, but like if you catch snippets, because I've watched this stuff for a long
does
time
well. He does well.
about him talking about his family and whatnot. I think that him having his farm now means that like more money in some sort of trust has become available to versus what he had available to him before. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Definitely came from money. Okay, guys, I gotta get going.
Hey, Lolex, thanks for coming on, man. We love you, okay?
Yeah, it was great chatting with everyone. I'll be back.
Man, please come again. And just quickly, you got the Daytona black dial. You got the Batman. That's with the oyster bracelet. And you got the Speedy. Now, your Speedy.
It's on Jubilee, Arch. It's on Jubilee now.
Oh, Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got the Speedy, which has got the 861 bracelet on a 3861. You got two bracelets.
I got rid of the bracelet.
Which one did you get rid of?
The 1861 bracelet. I have it back on the original.
Oh, how much did you get for the bracelet?
I broke even on it. Because when I bought it was
got your money back. I mean, hey, at least you got
broke even on. Oh, 100%. Yeah, when the prices on those went up after I bought it, so I was able to get my money back. So
no, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Man,
so
look, you're laughing.
Speedy.
That's a beautiful. I tell you honestly, those three pieces, right? Daytona. Oh, you know what?
Why would I get anything else? There's not. I don't want a big collection. I've never wanted a big collection. Always wanted a nice little tight three. And
I love it, man. Those three pieces, it's perfect.
Listen, if they ever sell me the Pepsi, Batman's out the door. Or if they come out with a smaller Submariner, then maybe I'd get into it. But other than that, I have no reason to buy anything else. There's nothing else. I mean, I would love a day-date for sure. But that's down the line.
Cool, man. It's nice to be
Thank
resided.
you so much for coming. I got next super chat. Rich Mitch, £2. Took my name off the list for the Sky Dweller today, AC3. Yeah. I think they're expensive. I don't blame you for doing that. We got past the $2. Mike, what's your thoughts on mushrooms?
I think everybody should probably try them at least once.
You don't think it's dangerous? It could be dangerous,
no,
Mike?
No, not at all. And I suggest they take them with a guide as an experienced guide for the first time, and go out and to go to the woods and in a nice, calm, serene place, and enjoy yourself with somebody who's very experienced, so that you don't freak out and have a bad trip or anything. But I think everybody should take them at least just once in their life, because it opens up a lot of synapses in your brain that otherwise would never get opened, and you will have a different outlook on life after taking mushrooms, even just once.
I got to tell you something. It can be a little bit dangerous, these mushrooms, but the psychedelics can be a little bit dangerous, Mike.
Arch, if you look at how many deaths due to mushrooms, as far as drugs go, they're probably right up there with deaths.
Yeah,
due
but
to marijuana.
the mushrooms make you jump off a building. It doesn't get recorded as a mushroom death. It's some idiot jumped out of a window.
I think more people would die from they think they're getting the right mushrooms off of the forest floor than anybody doing anything like that while on them.
Yeah,
that's something that gets people in California, especially.
Kush Philippe, $5. For fuck's sake, ass, do some work. Go to Vash site. Show me your favorite patrimony and traditional, and no Google images. Okay, we'll get it up. We'll get it up for you now, sir. I love Vacheron. Vacheron is a very special brand to me. The problem is the prices are tanking. The prices secondhand, they don't seem to be holding like they did before. But if you want
Vacheron, that's a good thing.
Let's go and have a look. So let's go and pick a few. The collections. So
I love Vacheron.
The patrimony. I love the patrimony range. This is fucking gorgeous. Actually, I don't know how they read my mind. So this is a jump hour date. So you can see it jumps to 30. Once it gets to 30 or 31, actually, once it gets to 31, it jumps back to 1. Jumping date. White gold. It's got a moon phase. So that is actually my... Fuck me dead is expensive. It's in Aussie dollars. It's 82 fucking thousand. Fuck me dead. Perpetual. I'm not a big fan of the thin. I like fat. Fatness, not fitness, is what I'm into. Let's have a look here. I'll show you what I really like. I nearly bought this one here. This one here is what I nearly bought. Jump hour and day date. Day date. You see that? Jump hour, day date. That's what I nearly bought.
Wow.
I ran out of money. Ran out of fucking 82. That's a lot of money, that. What's that? 50,000 US? 82.5 AUD to USD. Let's have a look. What's the price? 51 and a half. 51 and a half. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I also show you the Traditional. So the Traditional, that is a series. I love the Traditional. Let's have a look. Collections, Traditional. So Traditional, it's kind of like Breguet. Now look at this here. Fucking amazing. Tourbillons, high class, high function, high fucking. These are just amazing. Absolutely.
Man.
What would I go for here? Fuck. These are all price on request. These are super skeletonized. Look at that. Semi-skeletonized. Traditional complete calendar. Fuck, that's triple date. Fucking beauty. I even like the manual. Look at this manual winding. See, compare this to the patrimonies. I think these are beautiful watches. I probably like this one here. 38 pink gold. 38. Yeah, those are amazing. Next super chat, we got CB $5. Mike the Snake. you are the example of why never to do drugs. Stop telling people to use drugs is good.
Okay.
We got M3, $5. 80 stock loosening up. Friend got called today for stainless blackface Daytona. 3 rolly purchase history. Wow. I suppose they have to sell it to somebody. They can't just keep them forever. And Jefferson exotic, $5. Mikey Poo, your years of drug use have had an obvious impact on your cognition. Why don't you hire a sprint guide to take you to the employment off? Mike is doing very well. That's just insulting. What? Come on, guys. Mike is looking after his mum. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm actively employed. I make my own money. I'm doing just fine. So, whatever, guys. You know, keep it up. You know, keep it coming. You're doing your job just fine.
Yep,
Archie,
that's
I have good
exactly
news.
it, Mikey.
You know, I told you my Nissan Cube, the rats ate the wiring.
You
Remember?
did mention that.
And I took it to the dealer, and I asked them. My brother said, "Enough." I towed it to the dealer. My brother said, "I got a guy I trust." So to have the car towed there. So when I asked the dealer, "Can I leave the car here for a day or so?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, no problem," because they're thinking I'm going to probably trade it in and buy a new car, right? And as I'm leaving, I said to the owner and the salesperson, "Now listen to me. I do not authorize you to work on this car. I do not touch this car. Do not do any work on this car." And then I walked away. The next day, I picked the car up, and they had done all this diagnostic work. And
did you pay them anything?
No. I didn't sign any papers. I didn't authorize any work to be done, and so they let me take the car and put it on a truck, and I took it to this other mechanic. Now they wanted $4,000 to fix the wiring on my Nissan, and this other mechanic shop fixed.
Wait, Mike. Seriously, this is for your own good. Do you realize you tell a story for the last fucking, I don't know, month, dude? You might have Alzheimer's. You might have Alzheimer's, dude. I'm being honest.
All right, just say long story short, and I'll shorten it
No,
up.
bro,
Sorry,
seriously,
man.
I think you might have Alzheimer's. Like, seriously, please get it checked. I care about you, man. You're a good guy. See, I'm not fucking around. Do I sound like I'm joking?
Okay, fine.
Go get checked for Alzheimer's. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go eat a fucking cheeseburger. See ya.
Great, thanks, bud.
No problem.
Anyways, the new mechanic, I got a car fixed for $1,000, and I got the job done
We
better.
got another super chat. Big Mike Obama. Obama. $9. Big boy, bring up the Patek site and select a 5-piece Patek meal deal. 1 Calatrava, 1 Aquanaut, 1 Nautilus, 1 Complication, 1 Grand Complication. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it for you guys today. Let's do it, okay? So let's go and have a look. I'll tell you what I would pick. Let's have a look here.
What do you think of the hobnail with the Calatravas, Archie? What's your feeling on that?
I like that.
You know what? I actually like it. I was a little bit skeptical. I know exactly what our friend was saying before. He doesn't like it, but I think it works well. The 6119. Okay, so let's have a look. I got to tell you the collection. Let's go and pick a few out now. Let's do it now. So what I would pick, firstly, a Calatrava. What Calatrava would I pick? Let me tell you what I would pick. I would actually go, if I was getting a Calatrava today, I reckon it'd be a toss-up between the 5227, which is the hinged officer's back, but I'd have to go rose gold 6119. I think that is absolutely beautiful. I love the hobnail. I love the sub-seconds. I think that is literally perfection in Patek. So that's my Calatrava. Then as far as a Aquanaut goes, I tell you this now, as far as the Aquanaut goes, my favorite Aquanaut, look, I actually like the white gold 5168G. And this is on that beautiful, it's the blue dial, blue strap. I'd have to go for that. Then, okay, as a Nautilus, what Nautilus would I pick? Let me tell you this. I love all the Nautiluses. But if I was to pick one, my absolute favorite, I like the 5990, but I think it's a little bit busy. I'd actually go 5127R, 5712/1R. That is the, I think that's just perfect on the bracelet there. One complication. So I can tell you now, Mike, if I was picking a complication, it'd have to be a world time. I would pick, and the best world time, I'd have to go for the Khaleesi dial, that enamel painted dial. I'd have to go, and that's the white gold because it's got the map of Australia there. The yellow gold has got a different aspect of the globe, and the rose gold's got a different aspect. So for me, the white gold would be the one because it's got Australia there.
Yeah.
And then finally, a grand complication. I got to tell you, grand complication, simple. If I was to get a grand complication, man, this is, I mean, these are amazing shit, but I'd want to go just basically, I reckon I would go for this here, 5327G. I love it with the blue dial. I think that is absolute perfection.
What do you think of the ellipse, Archie?
Actually, you know what? I actually, the ellipse itself, I like, they do it in platinum.
Classic. Yeah,
they do it in platinum. Yeah, they do it in platinum. These are actually really, really expensive. I think this is the most attractive looking one they've ever done. Platinum. That blue is actually tempered gold. They heat it to get it to go that way. It's very. This is absolute perfection. It's just a manual wind, very simple 2-hand. That is the one. We got a super chat. OG Kush Philippe, $5. Mike the Snake. Why do I keep hearing from Jimmy that the wiring was eaten by rats that laid a nest in the 930? Was it near the big intercooler?
No, the rat damages to my Nissan, the 930 has never had any rat damage.
By the way, I've had rat damage. Did you know the rats? Let me show you something. You want to see rat damage? Look at this. This is my Breguet pen box, right? You know my Breguet pen?
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's
what
terrible.
The fuck was eating that?
Mice.
Why do they like it? Why do they like that box? I can't work out why the fuck they want to eat that. I don't know what it is. It's fucking disgusting. Fucking those fucking nasty fucking cunts have eaten that. Super chat. Here we go. Super chat. OG Kush Philippe. $5. Roy, to do some Patek exercise that Archie did, I'll know he'll actually pick good choices, unlike the altar boy. Roy, to do some Patek exercise, to do the same Patek exercise that Archie did. Let's bring that up. And we got pasta. Let's get pasta, $2. Mike, how many licks of the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Well, the commercial says 3.
So, Roy, we got to get this up on the screen for you. What Patek? Okay, let's go through this Patek. We're going to play the same game with you. Let's have a look here. So, firstly, what Calatrava would you pick? Let's go and have a look. What Calatrava would you pick here, Roy?
Here, give me a second. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, because, yeah, I dropped my earbud, and then for some reason it dropped out the So now I'm listening to you on the speaker. I just want to make sure it's not causing an issue.
No, that's okay. It all sounds good.
Okay. So Calatrava. For me,
Yeah, which one?
It'd probably be the 6119G. I like the hobnail. And if they're not going to offer yellow gold, I want
rose gold or white gold.
No, I want white gold. If it's not yellow, I don't like rose.
White gold, okay. Oh, you don't like rose? Fuck.
No.
Okay.
I like yellow gold.
We're just bringing it up on the screen now. There we go. This is the white gold one here. Beautiful. Next one is an Aquanaut. What Aquanaut would you go for?
That one is a tough one for me because I've just never been a huge fan of that collection. But,
I like the one with the bracelet right in the middle there.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's cool.
I might just go with something simple like the 5167A with the bracelet. I don't know if they still let you order the strap separately. They used to. So.
Yeah, I think they do. Yep, got it.
So
then if we look at a Nautilus, what Nautilus do you want?
That one is actually relatively easy for me. Just because I like, for me, the Nautilus has to be ultra thin. So that knocks it down to the 5811, the 5712, or the 5740. And at that point, I'm picking the 5740.
Okay, I think 5740. There we go. White gold. Beautiful piece. And then we'll have a look. Which
collection is next?
The next thing is a complication. What complication do you want? So this is not grand, not perpetual.
Yeah.
But it's world time. It's annual calendar. What would you pick here? Chronograph.
So that's a little bit tough because I do like the what is it? The 5326 annual calendar. But at the same time, if I have the perpetual, do I really need another calendar?
Yeah.
So, I wish the 5170 was still in the catalog because I'd pick one of those or a 5070. Never been the biggest fan of the 5172.
They've got a 5172.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that one. So that's where it becomes a little bit hard for me. And I like the world time, but I don't love the world time. I guess I would end up going 5172 because I like the dial. I like the
Blue
pushers.
or
I've just
salmon?
never been a huge fan of the Lux.
Okay. Blue or salmon?
Salmon.
And finally, what grand complication? You mentioned already you wanted to get a perpetual calendar.
I already have one. At this point because I got the Nautilus perpetual. So at that, have to be a chiming watch.
Oh, I see. A minute repeater. Fuck.
Yes.
Super expensive.
Yeah. But
they're ridiculously
I have
priced.
The perpetual. I have a chronograph. I think if it's Patek, it's got to be a chiming watch. So probably just out of the current catalog here, the simplest one would be the one that appeals to me, and that'd be the 5178. I do think the guilloche on that, it just looks amazing.
5178. Is it even?
It's in there. Look for the minute repeater. It's got like a light blue dial with the guilloche pattern on it.
5170. Oh, here it is. See it. Oh, fuck. I think that's 40 mils, I think, isn't it?
I couldn't tell you.
40 mils. 40 mils. Yes, it is. Fuck, that's beautiful, that there.
Oh, yeah. This is an amazing watch. And I agree with it about
because I have the calendar watch covered with the Nautilus, so I might as well just go all the way up to the chiming, right?
Sure.
Guys, I got to shoot off soon. I got to go and visit a friend. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone who came on the show today. It was a fantastic show. Mike, Roy, Lolex. We had Uzi came on. We had some really good star potential. I really do appreciate. We had Watch Chat and Watch You Are. We had some great guys there. Thank you so much. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. I love you all. Let's go and thank. By the way, upvote, 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 please upvote. Now let's go through the sponsors for today. We had OG Kush Philippe, OG Kush Philippe, John C, OG Kush Philippe, OG Kush Philippe, Angelic Slayer, JT. We had OG Kush Philippe, Pavel, Panerai Ferrari, OG Kush Philippe, Lolex, Nelson Oliveira, OG Kush Philippe, CB, OG Kush Philippe. We had The Rancher, OG Kush Philippe, CB, Mike Hawk, OG Kush Philippe, Technic Gia, OG Kush Philippe, OG Kush Philippe, Mrs. Lai, OG Kush Philippe, CB, OG Kush Philippe, Pavel, CB, John C, CB, John C, Jefferson Exotic, JT, Vincent B, OG Kush Philippe, Rich Mitch, Pastor, CB, M3 6 Speed, Jefferson Exotic, Mike, Big Mike Obama, OG Kush Philippe, and Pastor. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. I love you all. See you then, guys. Thank you, guys.
See you, Roy.
See you later.
Let's run the outro.
Archie, luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind a family, no regrets. He's got a birthday, I'm your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost, but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai, they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home, he's chasing new Asian delight. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground. Comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust. Has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5,000, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his tipsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. romance misses life